Smart Talent Week. It's a 5-day knowledge festival for young innovators and students. The participants has to work on real cases and then come up with some solutions and some ideas on how to develop and how to create a smarter city.
We're doing a laboratory called Sensing a City. We've invited in people with very different backgrounds to work together to actually develop visualizations of data that's here in the dome.
I myself come from a scientific physics background, so I never had a lot of daily collaboration with this kind of designing process, and I never experienced that before, and I think it's really good because it helps like the creativity also when you're talking with data, which is kind of a mathy, scientific thingy. So it was a very, very good experience for now. I think it's going to be even better when we get to the real deal.
I'm mentoring one of the lab, Hacking the City, and the objective of this lab is really to test and find new solution, innovative solution that can be tested really in one part of the city, in Västervålgade, and to see also what is the reaction of people in real time. And this is part of a bigger project that the municipality of Copenhagen is undertaking, which is really interesting, it's really a smart project.
What makes a city smarter today is that you actually organize in a way that you can really reap the benefits of technology and actually, more importantly, avoid all the pitfalls that technology brings to a city. You cannot just take technology out and then use it. So what really makes it smarter is if you have different parts of the government and the city work together across their domains. Because I mean, the net is the same, the wireless is the same. So there are some quite horizontal concerns that are not really addressed at the moment.
Hacking the City is about trying to get to know a street and a place in the urban space and try to actually make some initiatives that can be tested, that are more concrete, trying to bring this smart city buzzword down to earth.
This morning started out with us being presented for a lot of different uses of the digital ways to make rooms and space in the public space. And it started out being very theoretical and ended up being very practical.
We're addressing the theme of big data, using data to improve our city, to change our city, to emphasize experiences in the city. And I think it's really interesting to look at data because data is all around us. It's all this information, but it's not really interesting before you put it into action, before you tell a story with it, before you make it visible or that we're able to use it.
Right now we are trying to sort of stitch it all together. So we have programmed this Arduino. None of us are really that good at soldering, so I think we might have to redo some of that. And then we have to figure out if we have time for all that we planned or if it's going to be a bit more scaled down.
And the reason why we build prototype is that you have to think about each part of the concept. So you have to think about, is it high, is it low, who should use it, is it something that you can have in your hands, or is it more contextual, it's something you build into the urban spaces? Yesterday they built the prototype, so now they are actually putting the prototype into context. And that's of course to communicate their project to other than themselves.
At the moment we're focusing really on having to sort of strengthen the concept, and then we have to do some sort of animation movie. So at the moment it's quite hectic and such, because we're all in really deep water.
The concepts have started to look very good. They have come far. Yesterday they finished their video prototypes, and today they are making their presentations. And I have high expectations.
The teams have been really good at stressing in a quite calm way. So it's been a quiet atmosphere in the Dome. People have been like sitting at their laptops. There's been some fixing of data, fixing of programming, fixing of electronics gone wrong. But they've been really concentrated, and there's been this really intense but quiet feeling here all day. That's been quite intriguing.
It's been a pretty amazing experience. First of all, behind it all is design or design thinking, which is the process that they've been going through as teams. And it's clear that it's been guiding them in getting new ideas, being more creative, and also converging on some really cool prototypes and solutions. Secondly, it's clearly been a very multidisciplinary set of team. It's everyone from architects to designers to data scientists to artists, and it's been very international as well. So you can see that there's a lot of creative potential in both the process, but also in the kind of group we put together.
They faced a really tough challenge. It was really multidisciplinary teams coming together and then trying to sort of take this weird data and make it a human experience, right, and make it interesting. So I think they did a really good job, and I think both projects did an incredible amount of work considering that they only had 1 week.
I hope that Sprout Talent Week in the future will develop into something bigger and will reach out for much more young talents and can be this fantastic platform for innovative thoughts and ideas, and yeah, hopefully great success.